Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the opportunity. Just turn on this. Can I also thank Trent, Andrew and Adam for your convening of this friendship group. It has been a very important initiative, and on behalf of the Planning Institute of Australia, we're very proud to be partners of this great initiative. Tonight, I'm very excited about the launch of a piece of work that we've been working on now for some time around Australia, the journey towards 50 million. This isn't a piece of work which we're advocating for a big Australia or a small Australia. This is a piece of work which actually starts to lead an informed debate nationally on some of the things that matter for our country. If we start to think about some of the population and megatrends that are going to be impacting on our great country in the years ahead, we need to start thinking about planning for those now, as we've heard from our conveners already this evening. This piece of work started out, I guess, as identifying a strategy for looking forward, but more importantly, understanding what the population megatrends are going to be that affect Australia over the years ahead. We've identified a range of megatrends, and we know that this will be a dynamic document that will live and breathe as further information becomes available. But most importantly, it'll lead to us developing some future state scenarios around what Australia might look like in the years ahead. We also are very happy that the federal government have made a commitment around cities, but just as equally as important, all the major parties now recognise the importance of cities looking to the future. And so we're very, very proud of that, and we're very, very pleased to be working with each of the parties looking forward. One thing that we see is missing and that we think is a very important next step is developing a national population policy. So we need to have a clear picture of where are we going to be accommodating our people for the future, and this is not something that we can leave to state and territories to determine by themselves. This is something that needs to be done at a national level and needs that level of commitment. Too often in the past, we've been told that the Commonwealth don't have a role to play in planning because of the Constitution. What I can tell you is that when our forefathers delivered or determined what the Constitution was over 100 years ago, they wouldn't have foreseen many of the challenges that we're facing now and that we will face in the years ahead. If I consider back to when the railways of the 1800s and 1900s were developed on different gauges, leaving it to the individual jurisdictions to determine, we came up with a problem. That was dealt with in the Constitution. If our forefathers were writing the Constitution today, they would be identifying these issues of national significance looking forward. I'm not going to go into too much detail apart from just saying that we're launching this document here this evening, and it's a conversation that we're going to continue with. We know that our population is changing. I've got some stats for you up on the slide here where you can see that our ageing population, we're going to find that we're going to have a far more different population into the future with many more older people. But we're also finding that our population are living longer than ever before. We're also finding, as you can see again from some of this information in our documents, that we have a very high standard of living. Australia is used to that. We need to make sure that we protect that standard of living and that it doesn't change in the future. We also know that we are very urbanised, and as I think Andrew mentioned earlier, we are the most urbanised nation on earth. That's not going to change. That's a great thing because it actually underpins all of those infrastructure investments that we see as so vital to the future. But most importantly, we have to plan for the resources of the future, and we need to make sure that our environment is there for future generations. Technology is one of my favourite elements that we need to be thinking about. And I actually think that the built environment of tomorrow is going to be very different to the one that we're focusing on now. And we need to start planning for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you for the opportunity to present this evening and to officially launch Australia, the journey towards 50 million. The first part being looking through the lens, megatrends shaping our future. I would welcome you all to visit that document on our website, which is now available, and we will certainly be making copies available for those that are interested. Thank you very much.